Tour alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, for tonight's main event. Scheduled for 15 rounds of heavyweight action. Each man comes into this fight supremely confident, expecting to deliver a W. Lewis is approaching the ring now, and this ring walk can tell you so much. Look at the focus on his face. He's entrance here. What a ring walk. Just brimming with confidence, ready for the task at hand.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. We are underway here, and we've heard from everybody that speed is going to be the big factor. Lewis has got it, plenty of it.
Yeah, now it's up to his opponent to come up with something. Maybe go to the body, take it away, slow him down.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. A stinging uppercut by Lewis. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs.
Keep working the body.
He scores with the jab there.
You know, Joe, a lot of times you think about a jab being used by an outside guy, but to get inside, you need a cover. And there, right there, was the cover.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round.
Move your head.
Good defensive skill. Unable to score with the hook. Parries that punch away. Good step back, counter punch there.
Beautiful.
Gets rid of that effort. On that overhand right. That's a bitter hook by Lewis. Final 10 seconds. Joe and Teddy with you here in between rounds. A round in which, boy, he really just dominated his opponent. Teddy, he's got to think things could be coming to a sensational ending for him when he gets off the stool here.
Well, he's showing that to you right now. I'm looking at him right now, and he's starting to get up. There's a couple seconds left. There's probably 5 seconds left before he has to get up, and he's getting up early. That shows you right what you're talking about. He can't, he's chomping at the bit. He's confident.
Listen to me. You're getting caught up. You're getting caught up and fighting his fight.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. You know, when we sat with these guys yesterday in preparation for this broadcast, we asked them, all right, what's your favorite punch? They both had the same response. We like them all.
Well, that's a smart fighter because you want to be as versatile, as rounded as possible.
Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. You see him holding on. Halfway through this round here.
It's okay. Pay him back.
What a good solid hook to the body by Lewis. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry about trying to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
Up top with the right hand. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
That could set up things to come there, that jab by Lewis. Lewis is nailed by a hook. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Tried the hook, didn't get it.
If you're standing straight up, move that body. You need to move that body more.
Two jabs. And every time you throw that jab, I want to see you land that opening, all right? Don't go straight in. Give him a little feint first. Boxing smart. In and out, son.
And round number 3 is underway. Scores up top with a left. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head.
Beat him to the punch.
Lewis's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch.
Keep moving.
Well, he's throwing it, but just missed. Isn't landing it.
Jab, jab.
A smart and resourceful uppercut by Lewis.
1, 2. 1, 2.
You're not focusing.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Lewis's eye is now cut. Good job staying away from the danger there.
Keep doing what you're doing.
And just grabbing onto his opponent. Good knifing punch. That back power hand just scored the knockdown.
One, two, three, four, five.
Down he goes. Now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's going to have to grab on, kill a little time.
Good block. Oh, he's in bad shape here. He's stunned and he's wobbly.
The only thing he has going for him is he's not a fighter that uses his legs anyway, and you can't use him right now. He's a guy that likes to move his head. He's got to start doing that. Try to cement those feet down the best he can and get some head movement.
You got this one.
10 seconds to go in this third round.
Stay tight. Keep jabbing and hitting. Keep him in front of you, okay? Don't let him move around too much. Cut the ring. You got any more of these?
You need to cover up more, okay? You're leaving yourself open too much. Cover up.
There you go.
Hey, don't waste energy. But I want you to keep those hands moving.
Lewis is enjoying a big lead here, Teddy, and we talk about this often as we begin round number 4, up 3-0 on your scorecard. When you have scored a knockdown that early in a fight, a real hole for your opponent to try to overcome.
Yeah, because now he has to start taking chances that maybe weren't in the game plan. And as he takes chances, gets a little reckless, and as you're seeing, gets caught more.
He's punching away, even though he's been stunned.
Nice work, nice work.
Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. Oh, what a power punch by Lewis.
Pace yourself.
You know, you go out there, a fighter like this, you were just knocked down in the last round. Now you got to go out there, you got to prove to your opponent, hey, I'm fine. You got to prove to the whole arena, hey, look at me, I'm fine. You also have to prove a lot to yourself, though, don't you?
Yeah, but you have to remember, that's a good question, but you have to remember this fighter has been there before. So just remember, I have dealt with it before. And then you have to beat David Copperfield. A little bit of a magician, a little smoke and mirrors, and con your opponent. Let him think you're all right. Let him think you even want to fight when really you just want to buy a little time.
Halfway through round number 4.
Keep moving.
Teddy, is it raw skill? Is it technique? What's the answer for him? Why is he missing so many punches and tiring himself out here? Lewis's legs look shaky. He was hurt. He goes from damaged goods to defensive goods.
Yeah, because right now he's fighting on instinct. He's doing things without even thinking.
He gets to, and banging away he goes. What a turn of events. What a turnaround. He scores his own knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
And that's where scoring a knockdown hurts you sometimes, because now you think you're just going to walk in and get it again. Well, he walked in, he did get it. He got it.
That has the sense of a flash knockdown there. You can see he's not too damaged. His opponent better be careful. He's still got a live guy opposite him.
Oh, yeah, he definitely does. And believe me, the best indicated that he didn't really hurt him, his opponent's not coming after him. He knows that he's okay. He knows that that wasn't one of those big shots that really debilitates a guy.
Lewis has got a way of just getting away from that punch. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. Able to time that left hand and score with it. Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before, you've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, all right?
I got more.
Well, he got caught by a lucky punch in that last round. It did do some damage, but now you can tell he's right back where he wants to be, fresh and ready as we start this round.
I don't take lightly when a guy gets dropped, but you know what? I think he was more embarrassed than he was hurt.
Teddy, what does he need to do right here? He has no balance. His legs aren't underneath him.
Well, you know he can't move because he's going to fall on his own, or the referee's going to stop it. So believe it or not, he's either got to grab or he's got to stand on the rope, stay right in front of the guy, and move his head to make a miss. He can't use his legs.
And there's a clinch after clearly being damaged.
And a clinch he needed like flowers need rain.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense.
Body shot. That's what I want to see.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. If there was a baseball umpire around, he'd call that a strikeout by Lewis.
He's tight. He's tight.
Well-placed hook there.
Head and body. Head
Lewis
and
is just a
body.
completely different fighter now. I mean, he was stunned earlier in this fight, and since then, there's just more of a defensive disposition to him.
Yeah, and the important thing right now is that sooner or later, and I think it's going to be sooner, his opponent's going to see the same thing, and he's not going to stay away. He's going to get more aggressive.
And he ties up on the inside. Final 10 seconds of this 5th round. And round 5 comes to an end. Lewis is, well, he's back in the corner, which is critical in terms of trying to stop the bleeding on that cut. But it's also critical because they need to put forth a new defensive game plan.
Yeah, they have to make sure that they buy some time here and start moving their head, using their legs, tying up a little bit, doing anything to kill the clock and not get caught on that cut anymore.
Throw the body, then to the head, then finish to the body.
Listen, why not pick up where you left off? Remember, he was so badly damaged in the last round. You got to think his opponent should be all over him here.
Could be an opportunity. Sometimes you got to take something that's dark, that's really bad, and turn it around, find the good. Maybe he can find the opportunity to catch his opponent coming after him a little careless.
Unable to make an impact there by Lewis. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Able to place the right hand in there. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6.
Work the body, kid. Oh!
He clinches when he gets to the inside.
Come on, cover up.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. I can imagine throughout your career you've been all over a lot of fighters for lack of movement.
Yeah, it's very, very frustrating because you start to wonder, does he want to win the fight? That's what you start to wonder.
Look at that. The hook came home with ease. And clicks of the talk. We come to the end of this round, and for this fighter, I think that's a good thing because I was looking at him there, Teddy, and it looked like he was breathing in and out of his mouth for most of that round.
Yeah, and that's a bad sign. That means that the gas tank is a little low. He's low on petrol.
Okay, breathe now. Deep breath, deep breath. Holy shit, you are in control of this fight, man. Don't get careless out there, right? Just keep boxing smart. Okay, you're doing well. Let's get him some more.
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Lewis is now feeling the after effects of being rocked by a huge hook to the head. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Lewis is making this like artwork here. I mean, his defense is just a masterpiece.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be, actually. You know, the sweet science. It's not supposed to be about going in there and eating punches. It's supposed to be about going in there avoiding punches. You know, finding a way to hit your opponent without him hitting you. He understands that.
Back to the body. Keep moving.
At the halfway point of round 7.
Back to the body. Got this one.
Keep moving.
Nice work, nice work.
You're not focusing.
Well off the mark by Lewis. Lewis is now showing off what he probably worked very hard on in the gym. You can see that the effective footwork, the movement, is making for this to be a fairly easy round for him. Teddy, what kind of training regimen do you put a guy through to develop this skill?
Well, what you do is you have him work on defense. Sometimes I'll put a fighter in the ring to spar, and I won't let him throw punches back. I'll make him just make the guy miss. Just use his legs, use his head movement, use his blocking skills, and make sure he concentrates exactly on one thing, defense. He's showing it right now.
10 seconds to go in the 7th. And that's the end of round 7.
Use all that power and turn those punches over. Start from the bottom up, right? Bottom up. Turn those punches over. And it's over. He's tight. He's got nothing.
You need to capitalize on his mistakes. I want to see that counter hook. Make him.
7 entertaining rounds so far. Lewis is up on your scorecard, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, well, he moves his head. Defensively, there's a lot of work to be done because he moves his head, Joe, but he does it with his hands down. And every once in a while, he gets caught clean.
He's got half of the equation figured out. He's throwing a lot of punches, but the more important half of the equation, he's way off the mark.
Yeah, well, you know, you should talk. You know, if you want to hit a golf ball, you want to hit it straight, you wouldn't stand crooked, would you? I mean, your feet would have to stand where you can hit the ball where your feet are pointing. That's the problem. His feet are crooked. They're pointing the wrong way, and his punches are going the wrong way.
Right, left, right.
Unable to connect by Lewis. And he engages in the clinch. "90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8.
You got nice.
Flush right hand to the head.
Unload!
Lewis's defense Is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. Great job of protecting himself. He's keeping his guard up very, very well. Teddy, does it help to have the speed that he has?
Sure. Anytime you have speed and you can put it into the equation where whatever you're doing, it has to be technically right, but now you put speed, you're doing it even better. You're doing it at a higher level.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Lewis. Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. End of the round, and he's had better rounds in the fight than the one we just saw, but still, it's very much there for the taking.
Yeah, whoever finishes up strongly in the late parts of these rounds, a lot of times, you know, the judges get mesmerized a little bit here, too. You know, it's a real close fight, and you kind of forgot where the separation was, and whoever grabs the last part of the round, that's who you remember. It's very important in this kind of fight. Finish up good at the end of the round.
Then left hook to the head. Right? Body, head. Listen. He is done. I want you to tell me.
Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's going to be very hard to score. Good block there by Lewis.
Use the jab.
That's what I want to see.
Lewis has been able to avoid having any of his opponent's headshots landing flush.
And what his opponent has to do, Joe, is make an adjustment. Well, we used to tell the fighters, when a guy's elusive like this fighter is right now, you have to shorten your punches up. Shorten them up a little bit, have less space to travel. They have a better chance of getting to that elusive target.
He's tired. He's tired.
Not precise at all by Lewis.
Watch the hook.
Last 10 seconds of the 9th round. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
You're not working on anything worked on. You're not double jabbing. You gotta work this kid, you understand? You got to keep working. Keep it simple.
And now they start round number 10. Gets rid of that body shot.
You got this one. Oh, keep your feet
No, he missed that right.
See that coming. Now let's go.
Good defense, just covering up down low.
One, two. Let's go.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Halfway through round 10, frustrating his opponent with great defense. Lewis is throwing a lot of punches right here, but not a lot of them are landing.
Back to the
And that
body.
can be very discouraging to the guy who's throwing them because he's working, but he's starting to get a little frustrated, a little concerned that he's not doing damage, as you said.
Keep working the body.
He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with this counterpunching.
Looking good.
Lewis's opponent knows exactly what the game plan can be now. That counterpunch landed with some success. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Very effective with the block and then the
Keep
score.
pushing.
And round 10 comes to an end.
I'm not standing here watch you take those shots, you understand me? Let's see.
Look at me. This is yours. You hear me? This is your fight. Keep it up. Keep scoring points. Keep throwing punches. Listen, he's done.
So the start of the 11th round, Teddy, you have him down by just a slight margin, but just to look at him, to look at these two guys, you can tell he has less left in that gas tank.
Yeah, and does he want to find it? Does he want to go to the reserve? Everyone, Joe, even you, has a reserve tank. Go find it.
Gotta see those coming. You got this one. Nice work.
He nearly lifted him off the ground. What an uppercut by Lewis.
Cover your head.
Halfway through this 11th round.
Keep moving. You're still not moving enough. Move, move.
That's it, just like that.
Not him. Hook to the body. Oh, that got to him. See him trying to cut down that tree with a well-placed right hand.
You're doing great.
Lewis is able to avoid that punch. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Lewis. Last 10 seconds of this 11th round.
Move.
Lewis's reputation is that of a guy who likes to punish an opponent. Well, then he's got a smile on his face tonight, because all night long, that's all he's done.
I don't know too many guys who don't like to punish their opponent. Show me one that doesn't, especially when his opponent has been so agreeable.
You need to capitalize on his mistakes, okay? I want to see that counter hook. Make him pay for his mistakes. Listen to me. You're not giving me enough.
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight.
Double up on your punches.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head.
Keep moving.
You're not focusing. Move your head.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Lewis.
Side to side. Move your head.
Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. Did you see that? Can he get up from this? He's done it before, but can he get up from a second time down? Lewis's opponent is floored. A knockout victory. Boy, was that impressive. Now that's how you end a fight right there. Yes, he was controlling throughout, but he made a good, clean finish with the knockout.
Yeah, as a trainer, you want to know, can a guy punch? Can a guy defend? You know, can a guy control distance? But you want to know, can a guy finish? He got the answer. Yes, he can finish.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us, everyone.